Seven John Lynn, guys, welcome back to This Is the Police. This is chapter 17. Yeah. When we last left off, we were just entering day 67 here. So let's read the headlines and get to work. It's September 19th, a Thursday. 21-year-old Allison Bell, victim of brutal murder. City Hall intern found dead in apartment. Freeburg housing construction affordable. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Cosma didn't come into work today. Interesting. No. Corey, you're killing me. So we have Mole on this shift, so I can go and arrest the suspect that I'm trying to arrest. Steele, because we have an appointment for him at 10 o'clock. I believe we're working our way through this catalog. Yeah, we were. Stella's Smile by Sean Stone. TV Project. Jack, we hear your employees got on camera and said all sorts of rubbish to discredit you and the Freeburg police. We had to put pressure on the TV studio to close down the show. From now on, keep your chatty little monkeys over there in check. And as for Percy and White, I want them gone by tomorrow. I can't get rid of Percy. Change detectives. As Freeburg police failed to detect the appearance of a famous serial killer in the city, it has become clear that your detectives simply are not up to the challenge. You have 7 days to fully update your detective roster. Find some smart young faces and those other assholes working for you. Keep them as far away from the police station as possible. Okay, well, first off, Fishbosh, Stokes, go bring this guy in. I need one for B shift. One for A shift. I gotta be close. Careful with what I do, though. In terms of who I fire and stuff, right? Investigations. No. Bring up my roster for a second here. What shift are we on? A shift. A shift. A shift. Moser, Moody, Sandstorm. So the armed robbery case. Okay, we're slowly working through that. That was for the other gang. That's right.
1111 in progress.
Good job. Drug trafficking. Port in the port. Frederick Lataraza controls the drug trade. Drug sales in Chinatown. An old man complained that a suspicious guy was lurking around his apartment building. He doesn't live here. I know the face of all my neighbors. This guy is selling drugs. Platonic, take Barcelona. Check that out, please. I want to hold off on that until maybe tomorrow. Crime trap. Sawmill neighborhood. Something suspicious going on near the forest. I only want to get him killed. Sorry, Williams. Necessary casualty. False alarm. The guy didn't have any drugs. He was only waiting for his girlfriend, who hadn't answered his calls since they quarreled. Officer's dead. That gets rid of Steele for me. Assault with a deadly weapon at the city center. A man attacked a sales girl at the flower shop when she refused to give him a bouquet of roses on credit. Eyewitnesses report that the man struck the girl with a pistol and started to choke her with some packing tape. All the while he kept yelling, "I just want to be treated like a human." Platonic, Barcelona, check that out, please. Nice. Been a really quiet day today. What the hell? Say that and something pops up. Hostage situation at Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena. An armed man wearing what looks like an explosive vest is standing next to an attraction at the ice arena, demanding that the dangerous stuff be dismantled and removed right away. Park visitors and the children are trapped on the Ferris wheel, and the offender is refusing to let them leave. It's a bomb threat. This is... pretty insane. I want everyone there. And hopefully I don't have a full wipe happen. That would be the worst. Good stuff. An abduction call in the suburb. Give it a minute before I can answer that one. Well, less than a minute, but you know that.
410 in progress.
Alright, abduction in the suburb. Philippe Santos said that his former business partner, together with 3 armed accomplices, broke into his house and demanded money. Santos couldn't pay. He keeps all his cash in the bank. So they kidnapped the man's wife and their infant and took them to an abandoned house on the outskirts of the suburbs. They ordered him to return with the money in 3 hours. His name is Rafael Souza. We created the company 3 years ago. Business was lousy, so he blackmailed me after the first year and forced me to buy him out for a huge sum of money. Now he's found out that the business turned around and he wants even more. Smatty, God Bomber, take Morta and Barcelona to check that out, and the SWAT team. I don't trust that at all. Homicide at motel. Motel manager saw some people dragging a limp body from one of the rooms. Now they're tearing the room apart, obviously looking for something. Platonic. Nah, I'll take Stokes and Gilbert. Three new frames in the armed robbery case. Let's check them out here. Anton Tridyakov, longtime member of the biker gang. He's gonna be at the cemetery at night. Anton likes to ride his bike between the graves. I don't know if I have time to wait for the SWAT team. This might be dangerous without the SWAT team.
Officer on scene.
Man with a gun in his hand is smoking on the porch of the abandoned house. Let's go around the house to the back door. The music inside the house is pumping loudly. Three armed men are sitting at a table playing cards, and in the corner there's a frightened woman with a child. Rush the men.
712 complete.
Barcelona died, unfortunately.
Officer on scene.
There's people shining flashlights inside the room, and voices of the perpetrators are raised. Draw weapons and secure the room. Criminals are confused. One has a knife, and the rest just have flashlights. There's a body on the floor covered in stab wounds. We have you surrounded. Drop everything and reach for the sky.
410 complete.
Good job, boys. Gonna have to send someone to go pick up that biker. So, Fishbosh, Platonic. You're gonna be without SWAT assistance, unfortunately. To do the investigation tomorrow. Well, I'll wait for the next day.
Boyd here, and I hope you have a hell of a good reason for calling me in the middle of the night.
I'm sorry, Mr. Boyd. I'll call you back later.
No, wait, you're the girl from the prosecutor's office. Lana, right?
Yes, exactly. Oh, I'm so embarrassed, Mr. Boyd. The first thing Mrs. Broom told me about you is that you almost never sleep. I don't sleep too much either, so I thought I'd call you and apologize for last time.
But it wasn't the last time, was it?
Well, I've been going over our conversation in my mind, and I realized how stupid I sounded. You're the chief of police, and there's a strange girl calling you, saying she'll be the next city prosecutor, just to share the news, I guess. I must have sounded crazy.
Not so crazy as you imagine, Lana. When I learned I was going to be police chief, my parents were already dead, and my only friend was working 1,000 miles away from Freeburg. Wife and kids were relaxing on a distant island in the middle of the ocean. Took me 6 hours to get a hold of them. But I had to share the news with someone, or I would have gone mad. All the more because I was surrounded by half a dozen cops who figured they were ahead of me for the job. I figured you were feeling about the same.
It's like you're reading my mind. Now I'm like an outcast here. Most of them still think that Mrs. Broom was joking or trying to show her deputies that she's in charge of appointing her successor. But I know it's no joke.
For some reason, I didn't doubt it, Lana.
That's probably why I'm calling you. I know it's selfish. I'm sure your wife isn't too keen on girls calling you at night.
My wife and I, well, we're not living together. Maybe I'm the loneliest man in town, and that's why you called, to talk to someone even lonelier than you, huh? Lana?
You know, Mr. Boyd, maybe I'm an idiot, but until this moment, I didn't realize how lonely I am.
Well, you're in luck, because now you can call me anytime. But if you do, you'll have to call me Jack.
Jack? It'll take more than one phone call to get used to that.
Well, we're not in a hurry, are we?
True.
Something suspicious with that. Day 68, September 20th, Friday. Boutique sale invites Stampede. 44% of Freiburg believes homosexuality contagious. Authentic uniform of German General Karl Wolff discovered in city dump. There's no such thing as a free lunch. You're not taking the day off. What do we got today? Store-bought Amnesty by Seth Campbell. Alright, what do we got? Need 3. I need 2 for Shift A. 1 for Shift B. Yeah, I guess that checks out. Serial murder in the suburb. 25-year-old Pamela Cox, a stripper from the club Twister, was brutally murdered in her home. The MO is the same as the last. What are Armstrong and Casey working on? Arson. The Sands need help. From Christopher G. Sand. Jack, one of our kids climbed onto the roof and he's talking about suicide. We need you to calm him down and at the same time keep a lid on the situation. Percy, get out there. Three new frames. New clue from the dentist. Jack, I'm so glad you lived up to my expectations and accepted the rules of the game. So at the far, the feds are chasing their own tails, but you're following the trail of coins that left for you. Feel how they're still warm to the touch? You're getting close. Sorry about your detective. I was just so excited to try out my new trap, but I swear, it will never happen again. What am I looking at in this painting? A postcard, I guess. I see a ram. Bird there, maybe. A crown. Donkey. This one's a little bit more cryptic. I don't know what the connection would be. I don't know about this one.
Nine ten B in progress.
Do I need to send a detective on this? I do. Shit. Veterans House, Beat Busters, Dance Studio, Hell on Wheels Car Dealership, Fortune Bank, or Life Wire. There has to be something I'm missing here. Is that coincidental, do we think? I mean, nothing about this has to be coincidental, right? Got a robbery at Constitution 2000 Arcade. A group of teenagers cleaned out a video rental cash register while the owner, Bruno Boyce, was occupied in the back room. A store employee recognized one of the robbers, a regular at the arcade room. Gibbons, White, check that out, please. LifeWire, probably not. Veterans House? Beatbusters Dance Studio. On Wheels Car Dealership. Or Fortune Bank. What do you see, Josh? I see a bunch of four-legged animals, that's for sure. I see a sheep, a ram, a bull, a donkey, a cow. The only thing that doesn't make sense is the bird. Why is the bird there? What are you trying to tell me with this card? Even the frames, I don't think I can easily identify. LifeWire, LifeWire, LifeWire. My heart tells me the Beatbusters dance studio, but that's only because she's a stripper. Trail of coins, trail of coins. Trail of coins. Fortune Bank? Is that a stretch? Now I'm just gonna make assumptions is the problem. It has to be either Fortune Bank or... It's either Fortune's Bank or Beatbusters Dance Studio.
We've got a situation here.
A teenager fit in the description of the offender is playing alone at an arcade console. Let's confirm with the manager that it's the right suspect.
910B complete.
Armed robbery at Riverbank. Silent alert just tripped at Riverbank Central Branch. It appears that 4 to 6 armed robbers have stormed the bank and locked themselves inside. There are at least 15 visitors inside with them, along with dozens of bank employees.
A in progress.
Ooh, I'm good. At least with this one we can infer the right thing, right? This one we now know that it's talking